The following is intended for mature audiences only. May contain strong language, crude humor, adult themes, and suggestive material.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you know, I'm Tracy and this is Sunday Summons. Today we're gonna summon one of my favorite demons, Amit. She's an Egyptian goddess. She's part crocodile, lion, and hippo. What? Yes! She eats the devoured souls of people that haven't yet crossed over. Around. I wonder if I could give her a couple names, if you know what I mean. Brian. The first step that we're gonna use today in summoning Amit is gonna be 3 drops of blood. Any more than that and you'll be stuck in purgatory, so only get 3 drops. Personally, I use my grandma's knife. Shout out to Gram. She's watching somewhere, I know. I like to use my fingers because last time when I tried to use it on the palm, which you see in a lot of movies and TV shows and things like that, my dad saw and he like freaked out. He was like, Tracy, I don't care how many YouTube subscribers you have. And I was like, what are you talking about? This is the most important thing in my life. 3 drops in a vial and set it off to the side for later. I've been getting so many comments from you guys on my YouTube page, on Twitter, on Instagram, asking how I calm down after a stressful day of shooting. I usually go to my parents' master bathroom and take a long bubble bath with rose jam, and it smells so good. Like, I'll drop a link below where you could put in the code JamRoseTracy and get 10% off. JamRose! One of the steps in the spell is that you're gonna need a used murder weapon. Luckily, my dad, as you know, is a police officer and I was able to sneak into the evidence locker and get one that was used, but I know not all of you can do that. I'm not advocating any violence, but the spell does require a used murder weapon. It's time to bring out my favorite book in the whole world. And no, I'm not talking about the Bible. I'm talking about my book of spells. In order to summon Amit, I'm gonna need to go to page 365 of my book. You can go to my first channel and I have a whole vlog about where I found the book and what it means to me and like little nicknames that we have for each other. Go watch that, come back, and then we are gonna summon my bad boss bitch Amit. If you don't have your own book of spells, you could try Craigslist. All right, now that we have all of the items used for the summoning, we're gonna keep the murder weapon nearby. We're gonna bring back the vial of blood from the very beginning, those 3 drops. We're gonna pour them over a lit candle. All right, now it's time for the incantation. Magic forces of black and white, reaching out through space and light. Be she far or be she near, summon the demon, Amit to me here.
You humans have no idea what you have unleashed. I cannot be contained into this mortal body. Blood will rain down from the heavens. You will burn your firstborn children as a sigh of relief. Witness me! Witness me!
All right, that concludes my video for this week. If you like what you saw, please click the like and subscribe button where they are. I post videos every Sunday night. See you next week.
Hey, I'm Jake Bradbury.
And I'm Will Blank.
And we are 20th Century Fox, a film collective that produced 16 short films. And for each film, we made a behind-the-scenes podcast. On today's episode, we have Tracy Doring. This is her first short film where she isn't a background character. Now, her and I explore the world of YouTube editing and the irony of someone using the platform to summon demons in a fun and charismatic way. This particular shoot was exhausting on both of our parts. We were trying to keep up with YouTubers' notoriously high energy, which led me to yell at Tracy most of the day.
All right, let's go.
So Sunday Summons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sunday Summons.
Sunday Fun Day.
Who do we got here? We got Jake.
Yeah. Hey, howdy.
And we got Tracy.
Hey, howdy.
Hey, star of the video.
Superstar of the video.
Superstar.
Because
Why do you keep
I believe
trying to run up my ego today?
No, because I believe
happening?
that every person that I showed it to, including my friend Prince, was like, that girl's a star.
I don't believe you.
She really did. Not only that, but my friend Matt, didn't he say the same thing?
He
Didn't
said that,
come
but I
on?
thought you egged him on or something.
I paid him a lot of money to say
Yeah.
that before he did, but no, he was honest about it. He came up to you. What did he say verbatim?
He's like, "Oh, you're the star," and I was like, "I don't know what video you saw."
The casting couch one.
Oh, okay. Then I am a star in that one.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. So how did you guys come up with this idea?
Jake texted me the idea. Yeah, right. That
I
morning.
think we were like, I wanted to do something about YouTube. I wanted to make fun of YouTubers. I wanted to make fun of this, like, I wanted to take the style, I wanted to bite the style of YouTube bloggers, and I wanted to make it absurd. I wanted to make it like she's summoning a demon. And then we started talking back and forth, and you got excited. I was like, bring stuff over that could be used in a summoning, I guess. So you had that book, and you painted your nails black, and you wore the perfect shirt, like the Wednesday Addams shirt.
I did.
Yeah.
I tried very hard.
Yeah. She embodied the character. And then we literally shot for 2 hours.
Yeah. It was exhausting.
It was exhausting. I was exhausted.
Because you had to keep your energy level
Yeah.
up all
I
the
would-
time.
Hey guys.
I'd be yelling at
yeah.
you before every take, and I'd be going, energy, 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 energy.
Especially like if I messed something up, I'd be like, oh.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
Energy, energy, energy. We had to take breaks, mental breaks.
I don't know, Tracy. I don't think I've ever seen you tired. I feel like you always have energy.
Yeah.
That
that's
day.
true. Yeah.
She was also
I had a
super
really
judgy
boring
about
director.
herself. Like, she wouldn't let it flow. She would make a mistake, and then she'd be like,
Well, this is the second thing I've ever done. The other one I only waved. So I was like, you want me to say things?
Wait, you didn't do other videos in Arizona or anything?
Not really.
bullshit. You have an improv background.
I have an improv background, yes.
But not
that's
video
true.
stuff.
There we go.
Okay.
Maybe it was the video of
Does
the
it feel-
lights being
does
on
it-
you.
And only me.
Feel
The
different
focus
to
of
you?
only me. And I couldn't see anything, so if you'd laugh or something, I'm like,
Right.
is that like a funny laugh or like a boom, 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 you're an idiot laugh, you know?
Does it feel different than improving, or what's the difference for you?
It felt like improv, but I just needed a direction to go. So if you told me like, okay, we're gonna focus the
On this
spell book,
section.
yeah, let's do that. How would you respond to that? I could do, but I think I panicked about the whole thing because especially since it was the second one and I was like, this, like I said, it's your idea, I'll do whatever you say. I didn't want to mess up your idea. So I like when people are stupidly specific because I want to know exactly what you're thinking so I can do that. So I feel like I would stop because you would react or something, or I would mess up and get frustrated that it wasn't exactly what you wanted. And then I got like nervous about that. I was like trying to impress you guys.
It was also
Not
us,
anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. Fuck you guys.
I don't give a shit.
It was also like us trying to figure out how to work together too. It was like
Yeah.
what you needed. So at first I was like, just go.
Yeah.
And then you were like, I can't.
Yeah.
That doesn't work
You're
for
like,
me.
I'm gonna
And I was
throw
like,
up.
okay, let's break it down into very specific pieces that we have to get through. And then with the editing style helped that, with
Oh, yeah.
improv, you can just, with the YouTube style, you can just cut in at any time. You can just do jump cut, jump cut, jump cut
And that's
all
what you
day.
told me to do. Just kind of keep going, even if you have to pause and then keep
Because
going.
I can always cut it up.
And why don't you like the what is it that made you want to parody the YouTube style, the vlogger style?
I'm just not a fan of the style. I mean, like, I'm just not a fan of YouTube bloggers or vloggers. I think it's super fake. I think they're like pretending to be real.
It's like they might as well be summoning demons.
Exactly.
To the extent that they're
Right.
like sort of they're faking it so hard that like
yeah.
there's something
There's something about
Wrong.
Like they're all
about
so
it.
similar.
Deliberate-
How
yeah.
could they all be so
Right.
similar but
yeah.
have millions of followers? But I can't tell the difference between some of them.
There's something about being deliberately fake with the summoning that pokes fun at the deliberately real seeming vloggers. So I'm just trying to make fun of people, but then also I'm like,
that was the real
yeah, but I'm also like, let people enjoy what they want to enjoy,
Yeah.
and so I am in
And
some
when you told
way-
me, I was like, I've watched a million. I know how to
Yeah.
do this. I've watched a
Right.
million makeup tutorials today.
right,
I'm
and
watching
I
it
have
every
too.
day.
I'm actually, I guess I must be a fan of that style
Well, you
as
showed
well.
me a couple where you were like,
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
this is really good.
It was really good. And there's a style, like, people have even said after seeing it, they've said like, oh, you could get a job doing YouTube videos
And
if
you're
you
like, no.
showed
Oh my
this
God,
video
no.
to people.
You know what it is it's like there's a lot of unexpectedness in the videos where you have somebody just being like, yeah, so I went to school today, and he goes, or like they make
Yeah.
some weird
Yeah.
noise like, whoa, I
Yeah.
hate school, or like that unexpected. You never know when there's going to be a pop in where
and you just like can spin the frame and like
Yeah.
it's like whatever you want to do.
It's
And
whatever
I think
you wanna
it's such
do.
a bizarre thing to be like, I like this thing. You guys are going to like me talking about this thing.
Right.
Like, I don't know. It just feels so weird to be like, not only do I summon demons in my free time, I want to teach you how to do it because I know that you'd like to watch me do it. Or
and
something.
and there's even
it's
your
bizarre.
value being given there,
Yeah.
right? But like when you're just expecting people to want to just hear about your daily life, there's something twisted about that.
And
fucking
I
weird.
tried to reiterate that too by encouraging the use of like my Instagram. I have another YouTube channel. I have like I created this whole backstory for her that
So that
she's
it seemed like
this
I'd
is
already-
this is her 500th video. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's not like her first video. And the other problem is that people are like, okay, where's the next one? And I'm like, no, there's never gonna
You're like,
be a next
but
one.
they're every Sunday.
Right, but they're every where is that YouTube
But
page?
you said.
But where's that YouTube page? And
I
I
want to
said
do
to
one
you,
similar to it. I want to do like a spell. Instead.
I said to you, if people are willing to pay for it, then
yeah.
I would do another one.
Right.
But otherwise,
So what's your Venmo? Should we plug that now?
Patreon, bro.
yeah, we're gonna have a Patreon. If you really like our stuff, you must be. If you're listening to this, you must be a fan.
Hi, Mom.
Enough to maybe give us some money every week.
Yeah.
So then how are you achieving this crazy YouTube style? Like what are the
So
tools
bright
in your
lights,
toolbox?
the focus.
Yeah, the closest iteration of the YouTube style that I've done was when she smells the rose jam, and it boosts the audio so you can really hear the sniff, and I zoom in at the same time. That to me is like perfect YouTube style.
Right,
Quick
right,
cuts.
right.
Where it's like, and like it's zooming in on her. That is to me YouTube personified. There's something about that that's just like that quirky little moment, that like just
You
shows.
said that was like the real sound, right?
Yeah, that was a real sound. I was like, oh man, I gotta find a sniff sound, and then I was like, maybe if I just boost the audio. Nope, that's just her. Okay, I can use that.
Great.
I'll just use that. What I really loved though was that we were both improving. Like I'd give you something,
Yeah.
and then you would
And that's what I
take
think I
it
do
and go.
best with is I just need like a little idea and then I can run with that, but I need you to
Right.
be specific about that idea.
Right.
Then I can build from it.
And I remember sometimes you would go in a different way, and I'd be like, sucks. And then you do something else. But then sometimes you would go in like a tangent, and it would be hilarious.
I remember in another one of our videos that I was wanting to get really specific with something, and you were just like, no, just let me just riff. And then you did riff, and it was great.
Yeah.
And like the whole way through, it like totally worked. So that feels like
If you could
maybe the quintessential skill to have if you're acting,
I
to
hope
be able
so.
to just do it.
That's what I'm hoping is. I'm hoping that I can get to like if you give me an emotion or tell me what I'm supposed to be doing now, I can run with that. But I just need to know what you're thinking exactly because I don't feel like I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah. It was the
Was it the breakup?
It was the dick pic one.
I
it was the
think-
dick pic one.
Oh,
Where you were
dick
just
pic
like
one.
you were trying to explain for her to be awkward, and she's
Awkward.
like, I got this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, she didn't need any help.
Yeah.
And
I'm
we
embarrassed
cut that
by
one. Actually, we haven't sent you that one.
Yeah,
but
I know. I told you haven't sent
Needs some
me.
work.
This is the
It
only
needs-
one.
It
dick
needs a
pic.
little finessing, but I finally got Final Cut 10,
Nice.
so I have the right version, so I can actually open it.
Oh, I can't wait to
We've
see
had
the
all
dick
these
pic on
problems
there.
with we had it on
Yeah,
different
compatibility.
systems, and we
Right.
there's no crossover between the two of them. So
That's something about this one. I cut it on Final Cut 10, and it was fun to cut because I got to use all of these like plugins and stuff. that
Crazy
I
filters and
never get
things.
to use.
Mm-hmm.
That end summoning sequence. Oh, I actually paid a guy in Russia to make the eyes black because I couldn't do it. So I paid
That's
him
funny.
like $50 to
Wow,
make your eyes black.
collusion. Wow.
I
Yeah.
just thought that she was possessed by a demon.
Well, that's it. That's
So,
what I wanted you to think.
yeah,
That's what I
clearly.
want. That's why I had her close her eyes for so long because I knew I couldn't afford to keyframe all of the black eyes. So it was just that last little sequence where she opens her eyes and then they're blacked out.
Tricks.
Yeah, tricks of the trade.
Mm-hmm.
And then you did research on the demon that you were supposed
I
to.
did. Yep. I took notes and everything. Oh wow. Yep.
Nerd.
Yeah, I know.
But it was good. Actually, I learned later from a demonologist.
I know. We messed
that
up.
Amit is not actually a demon that you can summon. It's an Egyptian god that you have to go through. It weighs your heart against feathers, and then will eat your heart if it outweighs the feathers. So it's actually wildly inaccurate.
Yeah, but
as
a lot of
demon.
YouTube stuff I feel like could be. It's
Could
just
be
like this
wild.
is-
Yeah, they just make stuff
Yeah.
up. So why not?
You know.
It's funny. I showed my friend Ava, and her sister is actually a demonologist, and she showed it to her, and she
Wait,
was like,
really?
Yeah,
I'm almost okay with that being wrong.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't bother me. I was just so worried I was gonna mispronounce it to where they're like, we don't know who or what
Yeah,
you're talking
what do
about. And I'd be
you-
like, I don't know how
what
to
do you even?
talk or do anything right.
So when the demonologist saw it, she was like, well, actually, but she also found it hilarious.
Well, actually, I'm a demonologist.
Is that how a demonologist sounds?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Which I didn't know was a thing. So I was like,
Apparently, it's an area of
cool.
study.
Cool.
Yeah, it's actually pretty raw.
It's just straight up pretend, you know? But I guess it's the same as, I don't know.
Everything.
everything,
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
Everything.
just being an expert is pretty helpful, I guess.
Yeah.
Or does she consult, like, horror movies and stuff?
I'm
or-
actually interested to find out what.
Yeah,
she
I
does.
feel like we should
Yeah.
have we should have her on. Yeah.
We should. Demonologist. And then what else? You showed it to your mom,
Yeah, I showed it to my mom.
and what did
And
she
your
say?
mom gave all the
She sent me an email back.
Yeah.
And she was like, the editing, it's just great. It's just so good. Jake did such a good job. And I was like, thanks, Mom. This video is all about me. Literally all about me. And she was like, yeah, but the editing is what really like sold me on it.
I like to think that she's, a film connoisseur. So she's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the editing
She knows.
really.
She's seen,
really
remember
matters.
the Titans, Coach Carter, all the number one. That might be the last movie.
She has a
saw.
genre. She really likes
she
football.
just watches
Inspirational.
sports,
inspirational.
football,
Got it. This must have been a change of pace.
radio.
And then you showed it to your sister.
Oh, yeah. I sent it to my sister and she's like, oh, it's interesting. Do you have other kinds of videos or all they? I mean, it's not really for me, but I could see how other people like it, and I was like, 2 for 2, awesome. I felt like Will, I feel just like you.
Yeah,
do,
no,
yeah.
I know exactly how this
Yeah,
feels.
yeah.
It hurts. It hurts.
It's when you put so
Jake.
much of yourself into a piece, because I spent a long time editing this. No offense, Tracy, but
I know.
lived with your face and sound.
And I apologized.
You did.
apologized to you the
You
next day.
did.
I was like, I'm really
For
sorry that you have
hours
to look
and
at
hours
that.
and hours and hours.
Because I imagine a lot of it was just me like, oops, sorry.
Sorry.
Uh.
Sorry. It was like, stop.
I just imagined like you just making a bunch of weird sounds.
Yeah.
Like there was a
Like-
weird sound segment of
Yeah.
your recording. Am I right about that? Where you just go like, okay,
Yes. Where she was like,
react big.
rare.
Yeah,
Oh,
do
yeah,
that.
you're right.
You did at
You're
the
right.
end. You did exertions, but on camera. So you were like, rare. Ooh, am I gonna do that?
Oh, I did.
Did I do that?
That was an example they gave me that time too. And then you
that's a
like,
really topical reference, by the way. I
Yeah.
feel like, in terms of references, did I do that is like up there with. It's like the hip crowd.
I still
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
well, you guys are not hip, so I'm not sure hip would be the correct terminology.
Anyway, and the other thing is, this one is sort of out of style.
Oh, way out of
Very
style.
different.
rest.
Very
Totally
different.
out.
Very different.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I don't mind. I like throwing in a wrench every once in a while, like that, and also the short one, the Dragonheart. Do you know what I mean? Like in context
Yeah.
of the pieces, if you throw in radically different, then no one knows what to
Well,
expect.
we talked about this too. Is I like you mentioned, I think in the last one where you're like, it kind of hurts my feelings, like when people don't like this one or one that I really like. But I love the idea of having 16 and everybody has a different favorite, one that they really connect to, or just one joke that they thought was really funny. So I like that they're so different, and that you can show them to different audiences. And
Yeah. I don't even mind if some of them don't work.
yeah,
Yeah.
me too. I just have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have
no,
such great times.
and that's the whole. Yeah, that's the whole point, right?
Yeah,
We're trying
yeah.
not to be like all hung up on whether it's quote unquote good or not.
Yeah.
I mean,
But still-
I think this is good.
Well,
it's
I
very
also-
good. To
Yeah.
be
It might
clear,
be different
Yeah.
too because we haven't shown the one that I feel like I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
So for you guys, if it sucks, I'm like, I just stood there. I just waved. It's not my fucking idea. It's not my fucking problem.
Right.
But I'm kind of nervous about that.
It's I feel like whoever
You know?
puts like forth a ton of effort is
Yeah.
the one who's like, that's my baby.
Yeah,
my
totally.
baby. So you're right. You know what? I apologize. Will.
No, yeah,
You called
because
his
you
baby
actually, when I was
ugly.
giving feedback on
Face-to-face
this,
called
you
it
got,
ugly.
you were like,
Super
I feel
salty.
like as
I was
I'm
super
giving the
salty.
feedback, you were growling.
Oh.
You were like a dog
might have
growling
been
at me,
growling.
like I'm
I think
reaching for your
but
food or something.
To be fair,
And you
at
were
that
just-
point, I was like 4 hours deep. You know what I mean? And I
No,
was
you
just
were
like,
done
oh.
with it, and you
Yeah.
didn't want me to give feedback that would require you to change
everything.
More work,
anything.
yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
It's
That's
like a
good point.
perfect fabric that you've woven.
Yes.
And any feedback from me was gonna rip up all
I
of
just
your
wanted you to say,
beautiful quilt.
great.
Perfect.
You're so
Yeah,
good
exactly.
at this.
Yes. No, I mean
And then
that's
be like,
secretly what we're always hoping for
I
when
know.
we show anyone anything.
Anything.
That they're just
It's
like
so true.
fucking
We've
great.
had that
no notes.
conversation before.
What do you mean?
We had the conversation. That's what people want when
Oh
you
yeah,
show them
no
something.
notes. Yeah,
No notes.
No notes.
Just great. In what context? Like, I would take notes from, I guess, Steven Spielberg. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I mean I like hearing people's feedback. Genuinely,
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I just like knowing what the impression they get. From
But I
the
think
thing
you
that we
need
made
to be
is-
strong enough to be like, I don't like that idea.
Yeah.
Or it's not
Totally.
what I thought. It's
Totally.
not what you're trying to do. You're changing it kind of. Because
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
so much like, at least when we did improv, like after a show, it'd be like, that was a great scene. But what I would have done, it's like, yeah, but you weren't there. You didn't do it. It would have been totally different scene if you did that.
Yeah.
So if if Will would have taken Jake's notes, it would have changed
Right.
what you were going for, your tone. So you could be like, I appreciate that's a good idea. It just doesn't work for what I wanted.
And
No, and it's tone. It's
Yeah,
what
it's
it
totally
is.
tone.
And like you can absolutely have a clear sense of like what's like, you know, because I think there was stuff even with the waving one where there were suggestions that I didn't want to do because it felt tonally outside
Yeah.
of what I wanted, you know.
And I think it's good to try those things and be like, it didn't work to do
Yeah.
that as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there are sometimes that you're like, it's just not.
And it totally is worth it sometimes to try it.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works out really great.
And you're like, I didn't even think of that. That's that's why I like working with a group of people, because you're like, I didn't even think of that. That's brilliant. Let's do this.
But also we try to have this freedom of like, oh, you know, when you like, let's get the shot.
Yeah.
You know, like we have brainstormed 3 different
Yeah.
shots and there's 3 different tones even in the shots, inherent in the shots. And it's like, well, let's just get them. And then whatever works best, we'll use it. And there's no even ego around it, I guess.
True enough. It was nice also to work on this one in a very small
Yes.
capacity too, because it was just like so immediate. It was like bam, 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 ideas, and we're just putting them all
And it
down.
was nice not to
but
have
it
too many
also
cooks.
we also got tons and tons of footage.
Yeah.
So that's I think I realized when you're doing improv and you're doing improv on a piece,
You
you just
said that.
you get tons of footage.
Yeah.
You just that's what happens.
Well, you don't want to miss it too.
Right.
Be like, oh, that was a one good line. And
Right,
you
right,
can
right.
recreate it.
Right. But we gotten some really good feedback on this. I can't wait to release this one to the wider world and like get people to watch
People
it,
are going to
look at it.
subscribe and think that it's
Like and
actually
subscribe
real.
where they
They're going to
are.
be
Put it
so
on the-
disappointed when there's not more demon videos.
We can't put it as the first one for sure.
What would your follow-up to this be?
I
If
think
you did do it on
Well, we talked about it a little bit. Our follow-up would be that she actually brings her boyfriend back from the dead.
Oh, yeah.
And
we did that.
he's a zombie, but she like hates him. So he's like keeps
Oh God, it'd be great if
Yeah.
he was just wandering around in the background
Yeah,
and shit.
it's
He was
just
like
like,
her assistant.
knocks things
and he's
over
like
and,
bringing
like,
yeah, but he's like
Jesus.
dead and
Right.
he, you know,
Yeah.
oh man,
that.
you got to do it.
Maybe.
I think it could be a thing. I'll be
Yeah.
honest. People,
No, I
you've
know
already
it
had a
could
bunch of
be a
people
thing.
requesting it, so
Yeah.
I think that's what makes you nervous.
It
that
makes
would
me
be a
nervous
thing.
because I don't.
And you don't want to do that.
I don't want to do that style.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I made fun of that style, but I
my
made
mom
fun of it
thinks you're
so well.
great. Yeah.
no, but you're still
made fun
making
of it
fun
so
of
well.
it.
Yeah.
It would
I
still
know.
be
And
fake.
there's so
It's
much
just-
on YouTube that you could make fun of.
Right.
Is it just exhausting for you to do the
It is a bit
YouTube
exhausting.
style? That's what
It's
it
a bit
is.
exhausting. And I don't want to make another one because people are like, "This is so good. This is your thing, man. Do this." And I'd be like, "Oh God, I'm known as like." It started out as parody and then it became real.
Yeah.
And then I'm known as the guy who did the
Then you're editing
Sunday
Philip
Summons.
DeFranco's videos.
Right, exactly. Fuck Philip DeFranco. Ooh.
Whoa.
Oh shit! Did we just start a?
Whoa, dude.
Wow.
Starting a war.
Did we just start a podcasting war?
He has I think he has 8.2 trillion followers.
Yeah. So maybe
So,
I
you should be
retract
careful.
my
It's like
last
more
statement.
Yeah.
people on the planet.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
Space
He has
Force.
the
Some of them
entirety
have to be
YouTube.
bot accounts or something.
Wow.
He has the
But-
entirety of YouTube as his fan base.
Wait, what is his fan base?
Hey, Philip DeFranco, if you want to come on our podcast, feel free to anytime. Come on over.
Yeah, well, we're never gonna have like guests, right? Are we?
No, I don't think we're ever gonna have guests.
Like, we're not gonna become like Johnny Carson and like, you know, or what's
Really big
David
shoe.
Letterman and the guy that plays the keyboard. What's that guy's name?
Jay Leno.
No, who's the guy who plays the keyboard with David Letterman? Used to.
That guy.
Paul.
Yeah, Paul Reiser.
No.
No.
I know
Paul's
what he looks
good
like.
enough for me.
Yeah,
I feel
Paul.
like, yeah,
That guy's
that's Paul. Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
Paul.
Although maybe one time we should do a podcast where we have like an intro and a musical guest and
No, we
Do the
should.
whole
I think
thing.
we should get somebody to compose a theme.
a jingle.
Eric.
Ooh.
Get Eric to do it.
It's true. Eric could knock it out of the park.
Greg. Fuck, Greg.
Yeah, Greg. Of course.
Of course.
Any other questions about this piece?
Yeah, questions.
Nope.
Do you
Nope.
what about your
That's
friendship?
it.
Did it make you guys become better
That's
friends?
Yeah.
when we became friends.
Yeah, that's when we
I
became
would say.
friends. Yeah.
'Cause before you're just a stranger.
You know,
Pretty much.
what happened is that afterwards I was like, should we go get a meal or something? And you were like, yes.
Yeah.
And because it was still awkward. You were
It was
still
so awkward.
learning,
didn't
learning
know
to be
you.
friends.
Yeah.
Right.
We'd never spend
Do you
one-on-one
guys,
time
do
together.
You guys
No.
know each other now?
No.
Not really.
Not
Yeah,
comfortably.
no. What's your name again? T
Your-
Money?
Joshua?
Oh, yeah.
John?
Jake.
Jake. I'm so sorry.
Drakey.
Drake?
But it was
Tricky.
good. It was good. It was a good collaboration. It was good. And I learned that I talk a lot around Tracy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
Talk a whole bunch.
Does he?
Yeah.
What does he talk about?
Literally, it just
Everything.
ramble.
I do. I
Oh,
don't know what it is.
gosh.
Tracy brings out the
She
ramble
brings
in
it
me.
out.
Yeah. I just
Tracy
let people
does bring
ramble.
out
Yeah, you
people.
ramble to me too.
People.
She's
It's
a
the
listener.
face.
It's
Yeah.
the Muppet eyes.
Yeah. You
It's
just
the
want to
Muppet
tell me
eyes,
things I know.
and
Isn't it
it's
great?
the face.
eyes?
Muppet.
Muppet.
Oh, Muppet
The Muppet
eyes.
eyes. Big old peepers.
Yeah, she's got expressive eyes. It's true.
Big old papers.
But this is the one that's going to break you, I think. I think this is the one that's going to be like, you're going to have managers calling you up and being like, so...
Who's the guy who edited this?
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah, true. Very
Uh-huh,
true.
yeah, probably.
Very true.
You also had me pose for like the photos.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
right?
took the photos in
You
the beginning.
like, put down a screen.
That's right.
Weird.
Bam, 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 bam,
Yeah.
bam, 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 bam. It's
Wait, what's the photos? What?
the photos in
Like
the
the
beginning when
intro.
she's like posing?
Oh, yeah,
under the
yeah.
Sunday Summons
That's pretty awkward.
Those are great.
title. And the little pop-ups
Again, when you
and
kiss
everything.
the book, I think when you kiss the book is really amazing. It's just so cheeky and over
Yeah,
the top.
yeah.
And,
My favorite is the murder weapon, of course, where she just casually pulls it into frame.
oh yeah, that bit was really awesome.
Everybody comments on that. That's
Yeah.
usually the one that I get is just like, where did that come from?
Yeah. It's just out
that's
of
where I
left
get
field.
a good laugh. If I
Yeah.
usually I'm not there to get to see the reaction, but I showed a couple and that was
You know what you should do in your
What?
in the final version is put some subtle gun foley, like gun handling foley, just like a
Jeez,
just
uh,
like a metal
like-
jingle. You know, like guns in TV shows, they over sound design them so
They
they
do.
sound like they're rattling pieces of metal.
I felt
So it's
uncomfortable
like-
holding it.
It was heavy.
Yeah. I was like, my mom's gonna see this, she's gonna hate it.
No, but she's
She's
from
very
Arizona.
anti-gun.
You guys all down
Love
with like
it.
open carry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever shot a gun before?
No.
Oh, well.
I
We should go to
know.
the firing range.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want
seriously.
to.
Not
You
that
can,
I'm like super.
they
good at
literally
shooting
will be.
guns,
They'll literally
but
be
it's
like
fun.
at the gun range. They'll be like, "Hey, you ever shot a gun before?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And they're like, "Give me an AK."
Yeah. Well,
and then you just
Arizona's just shoot in the desert.
no.
And shoot cactuses and stuff. So I'm like, guess I
Poor
miss.
cactuses.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's
what would they
illegal
ever do?
too. So
Hey,
Hey.
you kids! I want to
Hey,
tell
you
you about
kids.
that shooting them cactuses.
the
You got your boys that I
This-
planted that cactus 15 years
This is
ago.
my this is my cactus farm. What? This is how I make my living.
Here's my I'm gonna make my living.
Billy
Y'all
Joe
just keep
is
coming
gonna-
and shooting my cactuses.
Billy Joe.
This is-
he's
I
gonna.
got a family to feed.
Arizona. This is insane. Yeah.
Billy Joe's gonna. He's gonna starve because I can't sell my cactuses.
Oh.
Shooting them up. Why?
Shooting on my cactus.
Anyway.
I want to buy a cactus with bullet holes in it.
Okay.
To be clear,
That one was pre-sold, and you shot it
Oh.
in its cacti arm. Why would you do that? Please, Billy Joe is gonna starve.
I don't know why I'm stifling my laughter.
Yeah, you don't have to stifle laughter.
I'm like breaking this.
What is happening?
Jesus, the
Why did
stand.
you do
Tracy.
that?
Tracy has broken the stand
Tracy,
on a number of
just-
occasions.
It's fine.
Now she's.
It's fine. It's fine.
I've had to
That's
stop
not
myself
fine.
from saying things are extra. You know,
really?
like I really hate adopting new lingo,
Yeah,
right? And like extras
especially because
and
we're
things.
old.
But I was
now.
gonna say yes.
Yeah,
and
that
I
I'm
was gonna
extra?
say to Tracy, like, you are so extra. Just stop being so extra. And then I had to stop myself.
I
'Cause
use
it's weird
I use
for me.
dope. That's
Yes,
that's
it
like
is
the
weird.
thing.
That's my favorite
Empire
one.
That's
Dope.
what it is.
Dope
It's
for
just
life.
dope.
It's like a work.
Or you
Dope
just
is
say
great.
you're just like dope. That's dope.
That's dope.
Yeah,
Because you can
Love
really
that
like
one.
work it a lot.
You really can.
know?
And you can use it on everything. I commented on
And
people's pictures
texting,
that
it works
dope.
really well.
Yes.
Dope.
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 is dope.
I'm coming. Dope. All right. So yeah, maybe
Twist it.
listen. If you guys listen to this podcast and you love Sunday Summons and
You better
you
comment.
think you think you want another one, comment.
yeah.
Let us know. Let us know.
He's not gonna do it.
Yeah, I was gonna
but
say because
you can
Jake, that's all
tell
he
us.
needs. We just
You
need
can
how many
tell
people?
us.
How many retweets?
I need.
How many?
I literally. I need like 100 people saying that they want it.
100.
Really?
I
thought you were
said.
gonna say like
I said that. No,
1,000,
I said that
dude.
to myself. 100, and I'll do another one, and then it'll exponentially go up from there. Like if I do a second one, and people
Okay.
are like, then it has to be 10,000.
That's
and then
a
it's
big
like,
jump.
well, we'll see.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll see.
You guys are gonna have a little lonely girl 15 thing going on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the mastermind
I'm
behind
sorry.
Tracy's.
Does anyone remember that? The
That's
internet.
an old ass
I know.
reference, bro.
It is kind of.
But
But that
yes.
was. But it's perfect because it's the one of the only reference
Right.
to make of this genre.
Right.
Do you know what that is? Lonely Girl 15 was a fake vlogging account that was about a girl's life, and a bunch of drama happened. But it turns out the entire thing was scripted.
Okay.
That's what.
But people really
Wow.
believed it, and
Oh.
they actually would reach out to Lonely Girl 15 for advice, and there'd be a woman behind a 40-year-old woman responding as Lonely Girl 15.
Yeah, it's the internet.
And then after it came out that it was all
Just
fake,
expect everybody's
Yeah.
a 40-year-old woman.
Yeah.
after
I
it
don't
came out
expect
that it was
anything to be
fake,
true.
people would still reach out to her, and they're like, "So you're
She
fake?"
can still give advice, right?
Right,
I
and
mean,
they're
it's
like,
still
they
on.
wouldn't care. They
On
wouldn't
brand.
care.
It would stay the same, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I want your opinion. This.
So when
character's
people start
opinion.
reaching out to you as Tracy from Sunday Summons, what are you gonna say? They're gonna be like, "How do I kill my
Let's do it. Let's
neighbor?"
Yeah, let's get some weapons first.
How do you wanna
Bleach,
do it?
gloves.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
tell
are we
me.
having a team? Are
long
we
as
by
it's on
ourselves?
brand.
How much do they weigh? We have a lot
Are you
of
gonna
things to
release your,
discuss.
your like account? Are you gonna have like a new Gmail? You should. You should get a Tracy at Sunday Summons.
summons? Ooh, that's a great
Or
idea.
Sunday Summons at Gmail.
We'll work it out.
Tracy SS. No, that's that. No,
Wow.
wait, no.
Ooh, whoa,
sorry.
you're gonna get me in
Sunday
trouble.
Summons. Come on.
I know where your head's at, but yikes.
You could start a whole other like.
Yeah, that's true. I would get way
you get
different
way
messages.
different messages. Maybe.
Probably.
All right,
What do you
well,
mean,
should
maybe?
we,
Good
should we get
collaboration.
Blaze?
Maybe.
Should we get Blaze?
It was.
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
it?
Great.
Okay.
Sounds good.